She is not just a queen, she's a force. Today I'm joined by Hannah Karema, Miss Uganda 2023, top 8 finalist at Miss World.
You don't know what it means to stand on the biggest stage wearing a sash of your country. And instead of calling Hannah Karema, they're calling Uganda. Uganda in top 10, Uganda in top 8, Uganda beating the covers. You don't know what that means.
First runners-up Miss World Africa and the winner for the Beauty with a Purpose title. She is using her platform to uplift communities, fight for early marriages, and inspire the generation.
How do I use what I got to impact someone else's life? Now that's how I came up with the Hannah Karema Foundation.
Get ready with me for a powerful conversation with one of Uganda's youngest inspiring voices, Hannah Karema. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. My name is Hannah Karema, Miss Uganda 2023 and Miss World Africa first runner-up. I'm a philanthropist, I'm a humanitarian, a CEO and founder of Hannah Karema Foundation, a daughter, and a citizen of Uganda. That's it.
Thank you so much for coming, and I would like you to tell our viewers about a little something about Miss Uganda, how you started, how you came up with that dream of Miss Uganda, and how you managed to become Miss Uganda 2023 and then go and represent the whole Uganda in Miss World.
For me, it was a dream. It has always been a dream to, be Miss Uganda. I think I've always talked about how I've always wanted it, but then the time I decided and I'm like, I have to go for it, is when I saw one of the queens. I think by that time I was still in the village. So I saw Queen Avenatro and Angatari Konfof with my dad. And I'm like, I think I can try this. And my dad was like, "Wa, go to my zoo." And then I was like, no, I can try, you never know. And he's like, okay, you can try, you never know. So when I came to Kampala and started my A-level, we had lockdown somewhere, somehow. And then I think that's the time I started to know who I am, what I want, maybe where I want my path to go. So in that process of lockdown, it was a bit 1.5 years or 2, I don't remember very well. That's when I started my modeling career.
Okay.
So when I went for modeling, the guy who was, scouting, he looked at me and he was like, "No, you're not a model. You're a pageant girl."
Oh.
And I'm like, pageant girl? I want nothing to do with pageantry. I want to be a model. And he's like, "No, your face is so commercial and all that." And I'm like, this one just doesn't want me, so let me go home. So going home, I thought maybe had not gone through because most of the girls that were there, they were dark. I'm actually talking about JMM, General Model Management. So after some time, he calls me back with these other girls. And to look at the girls as the only light-skinned girl with so many dark girls, beautiful with nice flawless skin, tall, and as the only one who was there, as a bit chubby-ish, and also very light-skinned. And I'm like, God, how did I make it here? Later did I know Jerome had called me back to convince me to go for Miss Uganda. Wow. But then, I was scared of Miss Uganda because when I saw the competition, how people were speaking, and I'm like, no. I can't do this. This is too much for me. This is a lot of knowledge. By that time, I didn't know who I was, really. I doubted myself so much. I didn't believe in who I was. So I needed someone to push me to, get me into that picture of you can really be Miss Uganda if you decide and work towards achieving that. So Joram starts training me, but he would give me like different training compared to other girls. So after some time, I went back to senior 6. When I came back, I think I had already decided that I want to go for Miss Uganda.
Become a queen.
Yes, because when I went to school, I went to a born-again Christian school, and we would pray a lot. Yeah. So I think in the process of, praying, that's when, I confirmed that maybe I need to go for this.
That
yes,
this is my purpose.
Exactly. So I started fasting towards that. I remember they told us to fast at school. Senior 6 is always fast. Senior 6 and senior 4 for a math. Yes. So people were fasting for papers, and me I was fasting for
Miss
papers
Uganda.
and Miss Uganda crown. And remember, Miss Uganda had gone for like 5 years and it had never
because
come
of
back.
COVID.
So, but I didn't even have that doubt of Miss Uganda taking the bow next year. I just felt it in me that I have to go for
coming
Miss
back and
Uganda.
I'm
Whether I know how
feeling
to
this.
walk, whether I don't know how to speak, whether I fear to stand in front of people, I have to be Miss Uganda. So I started praying for it. By the time I got done with my last paper and went back home, it is me who texted Jerome and I'm like, I'm going for Miss Uganda next year. And after me telling him, that's when he's like, actually, it's announced that Miss Uganda is resuming next year. So get ready. And I started my training.
Wow, that's nice. So you said Abenajo was your role model?
By then,
Yes.
I wouldn't say that she was my role model, but she's the person I saw and I kind of envisioned myself.
Someone that was in your purpose that you would follow?
Exactly. When I saw her, because we were watching TV with my dad, and then we saw her, and I'm like, I can actually be like this person. And my dad was like, no, you can't because you don't know English. Because I was so young by then, 2018. I think I was in senior 3. I don't remember very well. And then I was like, okay, I think I can, try. But then when I reached this side, I started doubting myself. I felt like it was too much for me. Yeah.
You got overwhelmed. So tell me, you come, you go for, you contest, you go for pre-screening. And by the way, we were together in Miss Uganda 2020.
Exactly. Something you forgot to tell people.
So it is, we are sisters in Miss Uganda. And our journey was really nice. So we are in boot camp.
At some point.
How did you manage? Because I remember how many were we?
We were 21 years, and I think I was
to
the last. No, I was the
win
second
people's
last.
hearts?
Really? You
I
think
would
so?
say,
Okay, tell
yes.
me the truth. What did you think of being boot camp? Now, it's bygone. That's it.
If I would, honestly speaking, when they announced Hannah, Miss Uganda, I told God, yes, she deserves this.
But like before the announcement and all that, in boot camp, did you ever think I would win? Did you think that's why?
I think during boot camp, we are all thinking about ourselves.
Exactly.
We're all praying to God, like, I want this. Yeah. So, and I remember one day you told me, baby, I had a dream and you became Miss Uganda.
Yeah, I actually came and told you, right?
Yeah, you told me, and I was like, oh God.
Amen to that.
Oh God, yes. But so tell us, you win Miss Uganda and you go for Miss World.
Yeah.
How did that change your life?
Before you go, honestly, it's tough. I won't even lie. Mentally, spiritually, physically, like you're scared. You don't know what to expect. The anxiety is a lot. The pressure is a lot. People home expect you to do better. Others expect you to do your worst. So you're in the middle of trying to prove people wrong and also trying to prove some people right. So I was in that state of, should I say I was a bit confused of, the journey itself, because obviously people are going to ask you, are you ready?
Young.
Yeah, I think I was young by then. And people would be like, are you ready? We are waiting for the blue crown. I'm like, God.
Why me?
And also the pressure on the internet, like I would go and look at the girls and oh my God, these girls were so gorgeous, beautiful. Most of them were like way too older than me. All the girls I contested with, some of them were 27 and above.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
And one thing I saw is you had family support.
Yes.
Family support. So what would you say about that?
I think my family has always supported me from way back, ever since I was a child, because they raised me. I didn't have a mother. I was raised by sisters. So they've always been like my backbone ever since I was a child. Even when I went to Miss Uganda, when I went to Miss World, they followed me. Like they've literally been all over me. Yeah. And I'm so grateful for that.
That's really nice. So you win Miss World first runners up, which was something big.
Yeah, and I never expected.
Yes. So how has that impacted you after your journey?
For me, at first I was looking at, winning on stage, because I thought I was a bit scared of what will my people home say. So basically, I wanted to win it because I wanted, to, give Uganda presence in the audience and also maybe to put my country's name out there. That was what was in my mind by them. But now after winning, beauty with a purpose, because that is something big at Miss World. And when you win it, at first you don't realize how heavy it is. But then after coming back home, and then I thought about it and I'm like, okay, I am now a fast track activity winner at Miss World. I am a first runner-up Miss World Africa. How does this impact the society where I live? How do I use what I got to impact someone else's life? Now that's how I came up with the Hannah Karema Foundation.
You say duty with a purpose. Sure. Some of our viewers don't know what that title means, what it carries, or where you got the dream of Hannah Karema Foundation. Could you please?
Okay. When you say Miss Uganda, everyone automatically gets to know this person is beautiful.
The queen.
You're a beauty queen, you're beautiful. But besides your beauty, what impacts are you bringing into your society? Whether positive or negative, it's up to you. But for me, it's, positive impact. So the impact that you're going to put on your society, how are you going to uplift the people? Because once you become Miss Uganda, there is so many people who are looking up to you. Whether you decide to go on, you're not just someone else is looking at you and they may pick up on that and they want to do it. So by the time you become the beauty queen, you're out there and mostly the young girls are looking up to you. So sometimes it's up to you to either mislead them or lead them. Yes.
Lead them.
So the beauty with the purpose, now that's where my purpose of coming up with the Hannah Karema Foundation, a foundation that uplifts young women, builds talent, support the underprivileged through different communities. And, we do kind of a small work that we're able to do as a foundation. And we're just growing, we are small. But yeah, what we do, we do.
So I know you come from Nakaseke district, right?
Yes.
So is your foundation mainly for your district or it's for Uganda's?
No. My foundation is for the whole country. Yeah, but as a person, you have to start from where you came from. Yes, so for me, I felt the need of first going back home and maybe do some things here and there. And then maybe I can come back. But we've been to Ginger, we've done charity in Kampala. So it's not really about Nakaseke.
It's not about Nakaseke, it's generally.
It's for the whole of Uganda.
For the whole of Uganda, because they put you in that position.
Exactly.
So you have to give back.
Exactly. Thank you.
And Hannah, I know it is challenging to be at where you are now. How have you managed to overcome those challenges, and what are those challenges that you faced so far?
I won't lie that I've really faced a lot of challenges. Do you mean after the crown? After
that, pressure of winning, and then you're back to society.
Thank God you said after the pressure. Because now I feel more relaxed. I plan on how I want to do my things. Like I have a direction, a clear direction of now I am done with Miss Uganda. What comes next? I went for this crown when I was way too younger. I have to study and feed myself with some knowledge. I have to, do my foundation, to, keep doing my work that I was doing as Miss Uganda. And also as time goes by, I do other things. So I don't want to say that I had too much pressure and I didn't love it. The pressure was good because it exposed me to a lot of abilities that I didn't know that I was having. So I'm glad I had that pressure, but now it's away. So I get to concentrate on what I love, on what I'm intentional about. So, and I think that's a good thing for me.
So would you, since you had, you're saying it's a good thing for you, would you tell your younger self or someone out there to go for beauty pageants, despite that it's not an easy thing to go for?
I cannot just come here and be like, go for beauty pageant. It is a walkover. No. Honestly, it's not a walkover. It's a process of learning, and it also comes back to you as a person. Do you want it? What is the purpose you have? What do you want to chase as a person? Because we have different goals in life. We have different dreams. We go there for different causes. So it's up to you as a person how you want to go about it. But me as a person, I would say it's better to go when you're done with school. Yeah.
It's better when you're done with school.
When you're done with school,
oh my goodness.
Yes, yeah. Because the pressure comes in.
Just
and
increases.
It's unbearable. Exactly.
What does been that greatest memory in your reign? With that, when you came back from Miss World, like, what did you expect? What made you think that, oh my goodness, this is me and I have to do this?
I have so many memories, honestly. When I was being picked from the airport, the memory when I was on that stage, that biggest stage, I was very nervous, I was anxious, but it was worth it. Because you don't know what it means to stand on the biggest stage wearing a sash of your country. And instead of calling Hannah Karema, they're calling Uganda. Uganda in top 10, Uganda in top 8, Uganda beating the covers. You don't know what that means. That's huge.
It's huge.
And when you're on stage, you don't even think about it. But when you're off and you try to like watch the show, that's when you're like, wow, I'm so proud I did this. I'm so proud I took a step. I didn't win, but at least I did something for my country. And something that will never go away. Someone will come and watch it. Whoever wants to go for Miss World will have to watch it. And they will see me. So I am proud and grateful for that. And I think that's my greatest memory out of this journey.
Well, so did you do it on your own, or you have people that came out for you, that supported you and, gave you strength to make it throughout?
Obviously, you could never do such a thing huge as it was by yourself. First and foremost, I was young. What I had was passion. That's one thing I'm sure of that I had.
What was coming after?
I didn't know what was coming after. I didn't know how what I was supposed to put in. I didn't know anything. Me, I was just seeing that stage, and that's where I wanted to be, period. I didn't think of what's going to come out. How will it be? How will it affect me? How will my people take it? No. For me, I just had the passion. I loved what I was seeing, and I wanted to do that. And I felt like it would lead me to, to start serving my purpose, and of which I'm doing right now. But obviously, I had so many people behind my back. Of course, God, because I've always been, a prayerful person. Whenever I'm scared, whenever I'm anxious, even when I'm on stage, I'm like, God could help me not to faint. I remember when we were top 12 and they were reading from Africa, and they read 2 girls, Botswana and Mauritius.
I was watching.
And
Everyone
one more
was
girl
watching.
to go in Africa. And there were still 3 strong girls, me, Nigeria, South Africa, Tanzania. Zimbabwe was still there. And I almost fainted on stage.
Collapsed.
I was like, God, help me not faint. That's what I was praying about. If you watch the video, you can even see that when they read me, I was like, I put my head down and brought it up again. I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. And then I went. So I'm really, really grateful to God. That's the first person. And then my family, they've been there throughout the whole journey. And then my friends. So yeah, I wasn't alone. I could definitely never do it alone.
I was actually watching your foundation launch at Sheraton, and people came out for you. People know that, she's not just a girl who is young. She has purpose. I saw people with big names. I saw celebrities come for you. And tell us more about that foundation. And did it really start, or when you launched it, have people come in to support you? And
so for me, when I was starting my foundation, I started it because I loved what I was doing before, and I wanted to continue my work. But now I wanted to continue it through something that I own, something that I know I can direct. When I have resources, I can go and do this, because that's what my heart loves. When I don't have, when I'm good. So me, I launched it for people to know that, the Hannah Karema Foundation is out there, and it has started to work. And we're open to collaborations, to partnerships, to people who want to sponsor. And ever since we launched, I think we've done only 2 outreaches. We launched in Feb, and we're in April, so I guess that's not bad for a starting foundation. We've gone to Ginger, we've had a master class, and we are planning something for Easter. So yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all.
But we still need help, because, we are trying to help here and there. We're trying to create impact. We're trying to, support and, uplift. There's so many people out there who don't have the courage or don't have the support they need or the capacity.
Yeah. So what does your foundation do? Like, if anyone needs help, what would they just come, or you have people, let me say, as a group of people or age bracket that you support, or it's
we don't help people who come to us and they're like they need help, but with sports. We know that, for example, maybe people in Wakiso in this area, they are badly off. Maybe people in Ginger, these are women who are elderly. They don't have anything they do. Most of them are mothers. They don't have anything they give to their children. So maybe we could go there and train them, or about skills development or talent development, and also give them a few things here and there. That's how we do it. Yeah, but because you don't know who is going to be genuine enough, and everyone literally needs help. Even me myself, I need help. But if you go and you benchmark and you see that these people really are badly off and they need some help, those are the people we go to, as long as we have resources.
So what do you give them? What do you provide with them? Do you counsel them, or you even give them
Yeah, you give them according to what they don't have. Yeah, sometimes you teach them to do something. For example, where we went, we partnered with a certain organization. It's called A Woman's Worth. So we went to Ginger. The women we went to visit, they're mothers. Most of them are mothers. They're elderly. They don't have what to do. They don't have where to earn. So this woman teaches them how to like tailor.
give them skills?
Yes, skills. And then after having skills, they go and tailor something and then they sell it. So for us, we went there to, teach them about self-esteem, how to go about situations. Most of them are mothers. And when you go there, honestly, you'll find a woman telling you, and they are pregnant. So those people really need some, this is how you have to go about this and this. And also you give them a few things like pads. But, on that sector, we partner with people who, have pads, who, sell sanitary towels and all that. Yeah.
Then I remember I just completed senior 6, and they actually told us on that stage that, you performed so well. Some other 3 girls. Did you go back to school, or nachikuba kati? Said yes, by like
What is
you
Blashikuma?
go back to school and
So, I remember I told you earlier that that I would advise someone who wants to go for pageantry to first get done with school, and then they can go. But that depends on you, really, whether you want to go after senior 4, but I guess they don't allow that. You have to be 18 years and above. The reason I said that is because our first challenge is going back to school, where you have to study with so many people that know you and they expect you to bring a wachikuba, like how you said. And now you're here with these people trying to study, and then some people are like, oh, Hannah, you've been in classes. I was like, oh, Hannah. So it's a process of getting used to that, to the attention when you enter class, whether it's late. Now everyone is like looking at you. Yeah, so it's tough, honestly, for me. I won't lie about that. It's tough, but when you want something, you go for it and, change your mindset. As long as you don't have any control about it. I just hope and pray I get there.
that's really nice. Well done. And it was this inspiring to become a beauty queen. Go to school first.
I know, you have to study. You need the books.
You need the
Mm-hmm.
And I do work.
I work through my foundation and, I do some gigs here and there, but I can't really say that I have a time to work because I am a student, and I also don't think I would love to cook the same or something.
So Queen, how would you define beauty in your own words? Because physically you're beautiful, and yes, you're that face.
For me, what I would say about beauty, yes, someone is going to look at me and, and they're like, oh my God, this girl is beautiful. But we are humans who were created, and everyone is supposed to age. So as you age, this beauty fades away. So the beauty that is going to be seen is the inner beauty. What's the inner beauty? How you treat people, how you carry yourself around people, the impact you've created in your society, other people around you, how you behave around your people. So for me, okay, this is the first beauty. This is the first beauty that someone is going to see, but the inner beauty, is that what I'm talking about? And I think everyone deserves to have the inner beauty, because inner beauty is what takes you places. That's the discipline that people have. That's the character. That's the humor. Now that's the inner beauty.
Just like you've said, the physical beauty fades up, but who are you
inside. Yeah, no, that shines more brighter than this outside beauty.
I think that's why so many people drew close to you, that they didn't know you, but when they saw this person, she's not only about being a beautiful queen, but she's even going ahead to help someone out there.
Maybe because, people have impression. When, someone sees someone beautiful automatically. Yeah, those are some of the challenges I face even in school with the teachers. When someone thinks, no, this one, if she's Miss Uganda, she thinks she's going to, and they're like, I'm not even that. Just get to know me and know what I bring to the table. I'm not even that, whatever you think about me. So I think you can't blame people because everyone is entitled to their opinion, not until they get to know who you really are. Yeah.
So you overcome all those criticisms by keeping quiet, or do you tell them that this is not who I am?
No, honestly, you can't go to someone and you're like, no, this is not. It's kind of strange and weird, but how you act, and sometimes you can't force people to change their mentality about you. You have to just keep doing what you do, what you know best, or what you think you are. Those who will get that, who you are will get it, and those who don't want to get it, that's okay.
And I've seen on the previous Icon Award, you were seated close to Ramzeno Celeb. And oh my goodness, I could not keep myself from reading the comment. Why would they put her close to him? Like, what are they doing there?
I know. It's so funny that people overreacted now and forget that I've, maybe it didn't go viral, but I met Ramsey 2 years back. Yeah, the first time the Icon Awards happened, when I was just crowned as Miss Uganda, that is when I met this person. So when this person came, he recognized me, like he saw me and he requested to say hello to me. And obviously I had to go because I knew him and he knew me. Not in any kind of way, but as a person who you know. And that's where it stops. So when I went, I wouldn't really leave because the media was all over the place and they were making me uncomfortable. And but that's life.
Someone could literally tell
that I was uncomfortable.
Yes. And I see that's why some people are getting back to you like in a negative way.
I know, but that's just like how I told you, that's people. Yeah, everyone is entitled to their opinion. So imagine me going to the comment section and I'm like, guys, no, that's not what you think. I was actually comfortable, but da-da-da-da-da-da. Simanya, I've met this guy before. So many people were saying, I am quoting. Ooh, what's that? But anyway, that's just people. You have to let people be people. Yes.
And how do you maintain your, self-look, posture? Like, I've seen you in so many activities, so many events that are big. How do you maintain that?
The posture? Or the look? What?
Everything.
Everything. I think it's a work of progress. Yes. How you want people to perceive you is how you're going to try to be. So for me before, when I was just crowned as Miss Uganda, it was hard for me to, be that queen because everyone expects you to be a queen. And now you want to be this little Hannah who, just got the crown. And then I remember I would always, exchange, I would always be hard. Miss B would always be hard on me. And she's like, Hannah, sit like this, behave like this, talk like this. And I'm like, but I'm here. But with time, I got to learn, the posture, how to carry myself, how to speak to people. And I think once you learn, there is no turning back. You just have to keep on with that life. Yes. Because I don't think the person you saw in boot camp is the person you see.
So completely, you're totally different. You're totally different from the Hannah I saw when we had those competitions of running, and you're like,
and I was all chubby,
and now
I had no sense of direction. I was just there fantasizing about the crown and all. I know. But we were all there. We thank God.
We thank God here. Now, do you still have that person you look up to? Like, I want to get to this level, or you feel like this is it now, or you still have someone you look up to?
I have so many people that inspire me. sometimes I look at someone and I'm like, wow, she's doing so well.
Can you give us names?
One of the person I usually use is someone I met. I don't like to, be inspired or to look up to people I've not met, and I don't know how they live on their daily life, how they handle challenges, how they handle winning, how they handle failure. So for me, I would love you, but then I might get inspired on this person, but how do they behave? So the person who inspires me is the girl who won me at Miss World, because at least I stayed with her for a month and I know how she handles things. I know how she, motivates herself to do better each and every day. So I reached a time and I started to admire who she was. And I love the fact that she used to train me, to teach me how to do things. And when I do something wrong, then she's like, no, Hannah, this is how you do it. So I grew to love her and love her love for God and also look up to her. Yeah. So that's Miss World Africa.
In Uganda, in our country, to go to some big stage, like, apart from beauty queens and being a beauty pageant, would you consider standing for a position in parliament? Because we've seen one of us, Jessica Serada, she was Miss Central, Central, Masaka. Would you consider that opportunity if it came in to stand and lead? Would you consider it one day?
I think leadership is a calling. Yeah, and it's just the right time. When the right time comes and you feel like, now this is my calling, this is my purpose, this is what I have to do right now, I think I would go for it. But also we have to consider the timing, we have to consider what is in place right now. Does it favor you? Does it not favor you? But I'm really proud of Jessica. And I love how she's, taking her life. I'm so proud of her. I'm ready to support her in everything. And I wish her the best.
And one last question. Are you dating? I don't think it's beauty. Like, can just, just be
What's the meaning of dating?
Without someone there. Are you in courtship or are you seeing someone? Do you hope to?
I hope to.
But...
What does seeing someone mean? Are you already with someone or you're seeing someone who you consider to be in that position? Right?
In love with someone, if I can bring it that way. So that others Kinda. You're not sure?
I am sure, but I just want to keep it. Yes.
That's really nice. How would you advise that little girl on how to behave when they want to become a beauty queen? How would you advise them to behave and then to carry themselves and then, how to act when they're, especially when they come for boot camp? How would they?
What I would say is be yourself. You might come looking at Hannah or looking at Oliver Nakakande or Natasha Nyonyozi. And for you, you feel like you're obsessed with that personality of Natasha. And you're like, okay, if I go with this, but you forget that we're also different people. If you put me here, put Natasha here, put Oliver here, put some other queen here, you'll see that these are 3 or 4 different people. So what can you do? Just be yourself. Do your homework about the walking, about how to answer Q&A. Also have a purpose. Have a project. You can't just come with a beauty and you expect to be crowned, because what are you going to do for the society? So be yourself, entirely, authentically you. Do your homework on the walking, on the Q&A. Have your beauty with a purpose and have your God. The rest is history.
Wow, that is so. I wish I knew these things maybe before. And then one last question. How do you manage your, social media handles? Because, they're good. And then there are these people that create fake accounts in your name. And then
oh my God, thank you so much. I wish this could move around. So there's so many social media accounts that are going around of me. And these people promise people iPhones, they promise them laptops, they promise them money, and they've scammed a lot of people because I've got so many complaints. And I've really tried to try to report, try to, make videos about these fake accounts, try to tell people to be mindful, because apparently this person calls people and puts one of my previous videos and the video plays. So these people are like, I want to confirm if it's really Hannah Karema. And they're like, can I video call? So when they video call, this person plays like an old video of me, and these people automatically confirm it's me. So they've scammed so many people, but I've tried my best, and I don't know if I'm getting tired or people are so many, or they use different methods and tricks to, trick people about, who I am. But all I can say is that my pages, my Instagram is verified. My Twitter is not verified, but they don't use Twitter to scam people. They use TikTok to scam people. But I don't even handle my TikTok page. So I don't know, people should be a bit careful. And I don't know, just be a bit more cautious about, people can't just show you a video and you automatically think it's me. Yeah.
So sorry about that. So people stop inboxing a queen. I mean, she does not manage.
Creating,
yes.
Yeah, they create fake accounts.
They create fake accounts. I've received, because they knew we were in the same season. So someone is like, is this really Hannah? And I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, they've tried before on Instagram, and then they left Instagram. Now they're on TikTok, and there's so many, and they've scammed so many people, like so many.
Okay, thank you so much, Hannah, for coming and honoring my invite. Thank you so much.
You're my sister. She's in my sisterhood, so how can I not come through for a sister?
And just so you know, she's not a proud person, as most people think. And do you have any last words for our viewers?
I think I've said everything, but what I would say is protect yourself at all costs. Be you. Take you as priority, and always pray to God, because God is the truth. It's everything, literally everything you need to know about your life and whatever you want to do, and what your purpose is and everything. Just pray to God. God will show you the right way to go.
You have heard it from Hannah Karema, and this is where we wrap it up from us, the Creative Talk podcast with me, Nalinda. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.